Hello, my fellow patriots. This is Alex with Disabled Vets Perspective, and I want you to know that you are a criminal. Yep, that's right, I said it. If you are a patriot, if you are a God-fearing, America-loving, flag-waving American, then you, by God, are a criminal. Listen to the media. They tell you every day that you are a criminal. You're a terrorist. You are a white supremacist. Even if you are of any nationality on the planet, you are absolutely a white supremacist if you are a God-fearing, country-loving, flag-waving American. So, if you are a criminal, then why don't you act that way? You know, I've been watching these things happen all over the country about the smash and grabs, or the mobs that go in and take everything they want from these stores and haul ass. And I actually heard something really funny from Chad Prather about one way to maybe get back at these people is to hire NASCAR teams as soon as a car pulls up in front of the mall or whatever and everybody dives out to go rob a store. Have that NASCAR team pull all the tires. They could do it in a few seconds. So anyway, that was funny. But the situation is not funny. These people are destroying businesses. You've got these DAs that are put into their position by George Soros for the purpose of expanding the accessibility of criminals. He wants the chaos. They have to have the chaos because then they can wait until everybody's just begging the government to come in and save them. And then once that happens, they put in their draconian laws and they put more and more restrictions on your freedom. And it's all thanks to the criminals. So what we need to do is we need to be prepared at all times to defend ourselves. And technically speaking, if the media already tells you you're a criminal, then what's wrong with breaking one of the laws? If you are a strapping individual and a state says, oh, you can't do that in our state, at what point do you tell them to kiss your ass and you carry what you need to carry to keep yourself alive? Because if you notice, the real criminals, not the criminals in name only, are carrying guns. They're pointing guns at people. They're killing people. They're following them home and shooting them. They're following them home and stealing their groceries. This is crazy. And I know some of you aren't into violent movies. I mean, I was raised by a doctor. I've seen blood and guts my whole life. I used to have lunch in the cadaver lab when my dad was in medical school, because if I didn't, then we'd never see him. So I used to eat sandwiches while he was pulling body parts out and showing them to me and asking me what they were. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. But if you are able to put up with movies of blood and guts and violence, and putting aside the scenarios, basically, just take it for what it's worth. It's a movie. But here's the trick. The movies tell you exactly what they're doing. 1981 movie, Wrath of Khan, Star Trek, talks about Genesis. That movie actually talks a lot about what's going on now with these, pricks. But it's kind of hard to look at a movie and say, okay, well, this is going to happen then, and this is going to happen. But the Illuminati, the New World Order, they are cocky as shit. And they want to tell you what they're going to do because it's in your face, and what are you going to do about it? We're going to do this to you, and you're going to like it. So it's in movies. The hints are there. So anyway, back to the violent movie, The Forever Purge. You need to watch that movie, The Forever Purge, because it came out, I think, in 2020, maybe 2019. I can't remember for sure. But that was pretty close to their activation date. If you watch that movie, you'll see exactly what the plan is. But here's the catch. here's the narrative, and every movie's going to have it. In this movie, the people that were destroying the country and going after the businesses and killing people randomly were the American patriots, okay? They were the evil people that were killing everybody. So there it gets in the mind again of the common ignorant masses that the patriots, that word patriot, means evil, bad doers, and, you know, criminals, because they're hearing it from every direction that a patriot, American loving, flag waving patriot is the evil entity. So what I'm saying to you is, if you're a criminal already, then maybe you need to start acting the part, but not doing violent things. That's the real criminals' activity. We're not into that. If you come at my family, if you come at me, by God, you will see violence. But I will never seek it out, and I will never turn it on somebody unprovoked. But we, as patriots, we need to start being able to defend ourselves and the people around us. That means that regardless of the mandates, the rules, the unconstitutional, quote, laws, you need to be strapped up. I mean, it's going to reach a point where it's them or you, and it's getting very, very violent out there. And the fear is gone for these criminals because there's no retribution for their actions. So if we allow ourselves to be victims, they will oblige us willingly. So right now, you need to have your head on a swivel. You need to be prepared for everything. You need to have your preps in order. You need to be able to defend. And that means that you need to be able to defend yourself even if you're on the ground out in public. And it's the trick is, when you are presented in a wartime scenario, it's up to you, when you are assaulted, to return an overwhelming force to that aggressor, so that you never become somebody's bitch, and in turn you can let them become the bitch. But it's up to you to protect yourself. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Look at the people that just stand around and stare, like when that young girl was getting the dog shit beat out of her by a group of men. I think it was up in New York. It might have been Philadelphia. I'm not quite sure. The point is, everybody pulls out their phones, and that's how they will defend you. They'll pull out their phone and take pretty pictures. But the criminals will never have anything done to them. So there's no need to get photographs of their faces or any of this crap, because it's useless. They will just be turned loose after they visit with their judge, and, you know, maybe they'll have tea together or something, and then they get turned back out on the street to do the same shit. So you need to have the tools to take care of yourself, and don't be afraid to carry them because of the law, because law is becoming rapidly irrelevant. So anyway, I just wanted to get on here and explain to y'all that you are responsible for your own health, well-being, and safety. Police officers do not have to protect you. Now, if you have to protect yourself, you're probably going to get arrested. I can just about guarantee that. And unfortunately, as a patriot, you will be likely railroaded also. But we have got to stop the fear crap and start doing what is best for us. Eventually, we have to hope that the constitutional police will step up and start protecting the people that protect themselves constitutionally. I mean, that day still doesn't seem close, because you see a lot of cops that are towing the line with this crap. But LAPD, they're starting to see it. They're starting to notice. So anyway, You protect yourself. Be the criminal they need you to be, but not a hardened criminal, just one that doesn't obey the little draconian laws that are anti-constitution and guaranteed to rip you of your protection. And that's exactly what they do. They want you defenseless. Don't be defenseless. Do what you have to do. I mean, obviously, you don't want to be slinging like you're from the Wild West with a couple of 6 guns hanging from your hip. That would be stupid. But, a little ankle buddy or a little waistband friend, you can do that. And, I mean, patriots, we don't break the law anyway, so not going to draw attention to ourselves. So it's a matter of just doing it and carrying on life as usual without any notice of what you're doing. But damn it, man, start doing what you need to do. It's important, because the violence is going to increase. These people are going to become way more bold. More people are going to die. Less crime is going to be prosecuted. And frankly, there's going to be mayhem in the streets, because the more they get away with, the more bold they get. Anywho, that's what I got for y'all. If you like what I have to say, make sure you tell your friends about me. Subscribe to the channel if you feel like it. And hit the thumbs up, by the way, on the way out. And keep all this stuff in mind. And until next time, y'all, stay in the fight.